heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the field, and go for king and I'm on a pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay defeated, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art isn't art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
All right. It is Wednesday night, which means it's another beautiful Drone Brews episode. My name is OriginaldoBo, and I'll be your tour guide this lovely evening as we sip on whatever your favorite beverage is. Tonight, I am drinking 7-Eleven black coffee. Actually tastes a lot like shit, but there's not a lot we can do about that. All right. Little adult skate action going on there. Let me go ahead and bring in my esteemed co-host, Mr. Eddie Nunez.
Oh, I was on mute. What's going on, Mr. Dobo?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Now that I can hear you. I
almost broke the audio there.
Let's not do that. Tonight's stream, Eddie, is brought to you by Restream.io. So we are streaming on a new service. This is Restream. And you know what? I like it, dude.
It looks great.
I like it. This to me looks good. I like it. Wow. A lot to talk about tonight. I want to talk about the DJI Action. Mm-hmm. It has been an expensive October, and we're not done yet. There's been several releases today. DJI had a release. Onewheel had a release. But before we get into that, Mr. Nunez, how about we do this? Let's go ahead and check out the chat, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. We've got who we got here. I see Unbox Warehouse is here. Got a lot of people here actually. So it's looking like a good stream. We got Pyro 1776, Leonard Oglesby as an Ace FPV. G'day there, mate. We got Soups. We have got let's see, Novice Quads, Tronzy Bit, Lauren Donner, Maddie Drones, Bob White, JK Enterprise. Got a lot of people, man. A lot of people in the chat right now. There are 74 in the chat right now. And it is filling up rather swiftly. So
everybody wants to know what's going on with this action too.
Truck Peter Bailey says he's ready. He is ready for the Mavic 3. He's ready. $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. As always, we appreciate it. So, Mavic 3. We'll talk about that. A little bit as the chat starts filling up here. I got a lot of opinions on the Action. Eddie, I know you got a lot of opinions. You were texting me immediately.
Hell yeah.
Mixed opinions, of course, and whether or not you should even be considering this. There's a lot of people that are in this sort of interesting transition period now because they are flying FPV now and they're seeing this as a session replacement. So I think it's only fair that we talk about that right now. So let's go ahead, talk about the footage we've seen. I know Rotor Riot just did a video on it. They had Cricket and Drew Camden flying it, and I gotta say, not impressed. Not impressed. First impression, I'm not really impressed with the overall image quality. I expected more. Does that make sense? Is that a fair?
Yes.
Is
Yes,
that
I
fair to
agree.
say? Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, you're charging a premium price. You're charging a premium price for an action camera. You're charging just as much, if not more, than DJI. And to further more explain that, you're not shipping the cheaper version of the action camera until later in the month. So you're forcing people to purchase the more expensive $519 version versus having to, choose the version that we had, the like the cheaper version. I don't know. I think it's silly, in that regard. I also don't like that internal storage. There's a lot of things that like
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
feel like are a step back. It feels like
Yeah.
it's a step back.
You see,
Um,
for me, I was very interested in this camera and I was looking forward to it.
yeah,
Um, the number one thing that I had in mind before I even looked at any review was it had to expose better than the DJI FPV drone in terms of like the shadows, the
yeah.
highlights, dynamic range overall. I saw one review where this individual, this YouTuber flew it,
Mm,
smashed it as well. And I saw the same problems that the DJI FPV has. And I think like
that
you
bobble.
mentioned, yeah, for 399 or 519, then I might as well go with the GoPro. Now, had it been 299 maybe, then I would entertain it
Yeah.
because of the weight, right?
I mean, I think it's going to boil down to this. I think if you want a small action camera, you want something small that's capable, this is a good choice if you want something small. But if you want something that's going to be easy to use, know it's going to perform every single time, but also give you some post flexibility, I think you have to go GoPro. I think
Mhm.
the problem is that DJI, they made a great product, but they don't really have an ecosystem behind it. We had a couple of super chats. Somebody asked about the Mavic, so I want to answer that question here. Lifted Vista Drone Services asked, buy a Mavic 3 Cine or buy the Mavic 2 Pro new plus DJI FPV. Honestly, dude, I would buy the Mavic 3 Cine, and I'm just speaking on some footage I've seen from it. I've seen footage out of that thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, my dick's been hard since I've saw that footage. The footage out of that Mavic 3 Cine is so sexy. It's so sexy. It's it's gonna shit all over every single drone that's on the market today. It just is. There's just no question about it. It's that good. Darren K, thank you for that 4.99 super chat. Philly Drone Life made me do it. I don't know. Did he have is he threatening you? Blink twice if you're okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah. So back to the action. Looking over all the footage, all the tests, it feels like it's still not complete, right? It feels
Right.
like the stabilization aspect of things is still not finalized.
Yeah. And
It doesn't know what it's doing quietly.
I was checking out the forums. I was reading various Facebook groups and everyone's comments, and a lot of people were saying, well, you know what, it's a great start and it will improve with firmware update.
Wait,
One thing,
wait, hang on a second.
yeah.
Ken, the FAA want you to join them on their panel. Check out the FAA Drone Advisory Committee meeting. Shout out today.
Oh wow.
um, Snapshot drones. If you have a link to that, shoot me a link. I'll have to watch that. I missed that. I totally missed that today, but that's sort of funny. But thank you for that. That brought a smile to my face.
Yeah.
Eddie, I'm sorry to interrupt you, dude.
No, it's fine, man. The point that I was trying to make is I don't buy technology based on promises, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna buy a DJI Action Cam 2 for what it is right now with the hopes that a firmware update is gonna fix what I think are some opportunities. I mean, look at the DJI FPV, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been, I think, over a year, or is it approaching a year? And we
We're
haven't had a solid
m-
firmware update.
so from my understanding, the DJI FPV was floating around in November that they were going to launch this in January, and people had this in their hands since November, and then it made its debut in March. So it's not been quite a year. It's been a while, but they haven't really done a lot of updates to fix certain situations, right? They haven't fixed it. I feel like sometimes DJI puts out a product and there's a problem with it, and then they don't really follow up. At least the FPV stuff, they don't follow up with an update. I mean, that's fair to say.
Right.
I mean, that's definitely a fair assessment that they'll just rather push products, a new product out. It's sort of like how Hubsan does. Hubsan's guilty of that too. Hubsan will release a new product to fix the issue that they created from a product ago, right? I mean, it's just
Mhm.
sort of stupid, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
At the end of the
it's
day,
stupid.
I think the Action Cam 2 has a lot of good things going for it. It's a cool
Yeah,
device. It's a cool device. But I think the consumer now, I think we're so spoiled with how technology is advancing
I
that
agree.
we want more. We want more. And I think a lot of, like, something that I'm trying to learn is stop chasing technology and leverage what I have. Because I think a lot of us get caught up on this amazing footage. I mean, look at GoPro's reel, right? You look at
Oh
their
my god,
reels,
amazing.
their colors and everything is amazing. Then you get a GoPro 10. How easy is it to replicate that?
Honestly, I'm still using the Hero 8, and I find the footage out of the Hero 8, like if I'm really trying, I get amazing footage. I was at a skate park the other day. I posted some footage on Instagram and I posted some footage on Facebook, and
Mhm.
I used Film Convert on the Hero 10, and I got amazing shots at a skate park, and I was able to do whatever I wanted out of it. And the stabilization just the option to be able to take it back into post and say, hey, I want to run it through real steady, I want to add a little more, I just want to do more to it. The thing is, DJI hasn't been doing the electronic stabilization. They haven't been doing these small cameras long enough to really have it perfected. They're making a good, there's definitely number two. I'll say they're number two in the action camera world, but the Action 2 just isn't enough to sway me as like a longtime GoPro user to say I want to buy that. It's not enough for me to sway. It's just not. It's a big price too. $500 is a lot to ask for. I don't know. I think
It's
they could have did more.
I agree. It's a lot of money. I was hoping that they were going to officially incorporate this on the DJI FPV somehow to kind of make up for the flaws that the DJI camera has. And we didn't.
But
It would have been great
how
to see that.
how would they would have had to had some sort of way to connect this to the drone? I mean, I get it. You have a magnet. I don't really think the magnet is the best way to connect to an FPV drone. Just saying, you crash once, I don't care how strong that magnet is, it's going to get knocked off. Look at what happened with Potato Jet.
Right.
He goes down for a dive. Now let me say this. That magnet may have saved him. That magnet may have saved him today, because as he was diving through, if that was attached to a solid mount, it may have caused his drone to crash. But because he went through, hit the magnet, the camera flew off, the drone was able to complete the dive, and his drone was safe.
Hmm.
But I can't say that if it was a hard attachment that he would have been able to make it through that hole. I bet you he wouldn't have made it through that hole.
Yeah.
I
Lifted
just don't think.
Lifted Vista has a great question. If you never bought an Action Cam before, would you go with the newest GoPro or Action 2?
Honestly, I think you'd be happier going with the GoPro. I'm just saying from experience, the GoPro works really well. You do have some different frame rates. You got the 124K. You've got Super View, which I think is a good sweet spot. You have the linear views. You have the horizon lock. You have the lens mods. So if you don't like it, you can put a lens mod on there. You also have the audio attachments that you can put on there. And then not to mention, you have a really solid GoPro warranty, which I think is great, and you have removable lenses, and there's just, I can go on, but I think that GoPro has built a better ecosystem around an action camera than the Action 2. Now, with that being said, I would like to get it in my hands. When I get it in my hands next week to go through and start, my review process, I'm going to put it through, the paces that I normally do with it. But then again, there is a lot to like about it. Like, I like that magnet is convenient. Like, you can get a lot of interesting shots with that magnet, whereas the GoPro, you can't. You need some sort of attachment. So there's conveniences to be had there. It's just you got to find that silver lining sweet spot.
Yeah, for me, the biggest difference maker of the Action 2 versus a GoPro is the internal storage, right? The fact that my GoPro has a micro SD card. I don't have to attach that second device and dump footage after every flight. And then when my battery runs out, I can just swap a battery.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they may have missed the mark a little bit, but how I'm going to use it, I'm never going to use it with a monitor. I'm always going to use it in auto settings, and I'm going to use it basically as a session replacement. But I'm going to turn stabilization off. But then that's the problem. Like, if I wanted to stabilize the footage after the fact, the Action doesn't have any way to do that. So then there becomes a bummer because there's no gyro data. So again, there's a plethora of holes in that, I think, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to give DJI the benefit of the doubt that they will be able to fix it with software. Geeks Fauna, thank you so much, man. Crew for life, he says. So I'm going to say that we'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they will fix it, because when you start looking at drone companies, right, you start looking at drone companies and you say, okay, well, who has the capability to fix something fast? Like, no doubt the engineers watch those reviews and they're like, okay, we have a problem here with the stabilization. We need to address that, right? That's just how DJI typically works. If they see a problem, they typically do fix it. Not a lot of other companies will fix things as quickly because they just don't have the they don't have the depth. Ron says, who cares when you have the Google Pixel? That's right, dude. The Google Pixel stabilization was actually better. It was actually better than the freaking stabilization on the Action, which is hilarious. Freaking hilarious, man. From a phone to have stabilization like that is pretty funny.
That video that you uploaded, when I saw that, if you would not say that it was a Google Pixel, I would have thought that
right,
it was an Action Cam or something, but you cannot tell that was a Google Pixel phone.
I screwed up. Like, I'll admit I screwed up because I had it in 1080p, but that's my fault. I didn't even know if this was going to work. When I first started flying, I had no idea if this would actually work. So I was just sort of like just taking a shot in the dark, right? Like, I don't know if it's going to work, so I'll just hit record and see what's going on. I will tell you, I was having a shit ton of issues with my video feed because at first I had the Bluetooth on, the Wi-Fi, the cellular on the phone. So I had to land, shut all that off, and then take off again. And it was pretty damn good. But I'm impressed, dude. Google is doing some sick things with that camera, which makes it work. How is the Pixel 6 night photography? The Pixel 6 night photography is excellent. All the Pixels have amazing night photography. It's really hard to get a bad image out of it. I think it was pretty amazing. I think next up is going to be the iPhone 13 Pro. I'm going to throw this on a drone, but it's heavy as shit. Like, this is heavy.
That's a heavy phone, yeah.
I'm going to throw this on the Cinelifter, you know what I mean? Like, throw it up on the Cinelifter and just send it with it. But I'm pretty happy with it. Like, overall, I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That tweet blew up. You were featured in several websites.
That did blow up really fast.
Yeah.
I just, but I don't think anything of that because I fly drones all the time. So to mount a phone or to mount, something else onto the drone, it's just like, you don't think about that because we fly drones all the time. So to mount something on the drone isn't new to us. It's just, it's just par for the course. So I thought everybody was like, holy fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was reading through your Twitter comments and I was dying because some people were like, wait, what? The Pixel can fly? How does it fly?
Yeah, they thought the drone was flying. Like, yeah, they thought the drone was flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. Ty Wells says DJI needs to make an attachment like the Caddx Peanut to have power from the flight controller. That's actually not a bad idea. But again, the limitation with that is you have to power the camera again after the fact, I would say have it to where it will charge the battery. But then the problem is I have with it, you have to then transfer the files back to the SD card. It seems like a clunky sort of setup. I don't know. I could be
Mhm.
wrong. I could be wrong. Um, I could really be wrong about that, but I think it's a clunky setup. But again, sometimes it's easy to pass judgment on these things without actually trying it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it a go first. I want to try it out for myself. I watched a few videos. I saw footage yesterday, and I'll make my own assessment on whether or not it's gonna be good. But I mean, the first action was not good for FPV. It was terrible on FPV. By the way, Geeks Fauna, thanks for that super chat, man. I didn't forget about you. I saw it. I just was lost in the words. But thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Yes, I am going to be making a new mount for the Action, so it's going to protect it a little more. One of the things I want to do is to be able to protect that camera. So we're going to be making a mount that will actually mount directly to our helmets, our existing helmets, and it'll work fine. So, I mean, I think the camera is better than the FPV drone camera, but that's not
Uh,
saying a lot. That's not
yeah.
saying a lot.
No, but it is. It is. That's
It
one
is,
thing I
but then
noticed.
you got to spend another $500 to make the FPV drone camera better.
Right.
Is that sort of insane? I think that's
Yeah,
insane.
that's insane. It is crazy. And
So,
it looks so fragile as well with the with the huge screen in the back.
yeah.
The lens is not replaceable as easy as a GoPro like 9 or a 10 where you can just swap. Even the 8. The 8 is so easy to replace that lens.
Yeah. I mean it is. And I mean, what's nice about GoPro is they're just sort of um they're familiar. They're very very familiar. So, um you know,
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a good camera. I'm not knocking it, but I wasn't blown away, and I was expecting to be blown away.
yeah, I wasn't like, I will say that Matty Hapoya had the best video on it. I feel like, and I gotta say this, like, dude, I've been watching him for a long time, and his videos lately just are sort of make me want to go out, grab my camera, and just start filming.
Yeah, he's
Like
all about the adventure, outdoor
right.
life, jet skis, lake
They're
house.
they're super fun. They're
Yeah.
super fun videos, and every time I watch his videos lately, I just want to grab a camera because like it's almost like you see that he's having fun with things. And I
Mhm.
used to I used to like not like I didn't say not like Matty Hapoya, but I didn't really jive with his content. But now that he sort of gave up on the whole like review and this and
Yeah.
that and tutorials, and he's just going out and saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna have fun. I
Yeah.
like it. I like his
It's
content. It's really fun to watch.
it's that laughter. That laughter. He can't go out in the video without laughing 50, 100 times.
Bro, but I think that's him. When you
Yeah.
become a millionaire with Shiba, what's your go-to drone setup and FPV setup? I think I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 Mavic 3s after I cash out this Shiba. But I'm
Everybody's
a
talking
hold. We're
about
gonna hold.
Shiba.
I know everybody. Shiba is like
Everybody.
everybody is talking about the Shiba.
My mom sent me a text asking me, "What is this Shiba thing?"
My
And a
mom did too.
screenshot.
My mom thought it was cat food, though. I had to explain to her it was not cat food, and then she started asking me what crypto was, and I'm like, listen, I don't have enough time on this drive to try to explain this to you, so don't buy it. Just I can't tell you don't want any of this, mom. I felt like Dewey from that movie
Yeah. Yeah,
Walk
yeah,
Hard,
yeah.
where he's like, you don't want any of this marijuana, Dewey. Uh, get out of here. So it's hard to explain to parents. They don't get it. They're like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing? How do I spend it? Does Bed Bath and Beyond accept it?" Um,
But hey, if
no,
you do it
no.
right, it's definitely gonna fund all this tech coming out in October.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. It's fucking crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, this month alone has been the most month, um, expensive month I've ever seen in tech. Last year, I felt like people are like, "Oh, everybody's broke because of COVID,"
Right.
and now this year, everybody's like, "Fuck it, we're
We got
gonna take
money.
we're gonna take tech sky high because it's." Let's recap here. We had the Ronin 4D, which
Mhm.
is just stupid expensive. You had brand new phones from both Apple and Google now. Google.
Right.
You had the new MacBooks release, which the new MacBook is pretty sexy.
Yes.
Um, What else did we have? We had something else.
We had cameras.
We
More
had cameras. More cameras launched. For Christ's sakes, like we need more cameras. We have more cameras released. I think Hubsan put out its 12th drone of the month. Hubsan released 12 more drones. And then, of course, we had today Onewheel. So what I'm most excited about is the Onewheel. The Onewheel X and the Onewheel GT were announced today. I can't wait to break an arm or leg or something testing that.
Onewheels are so fun to ride. I was afraid
Dude, they
at
are.
first. Yeah, I have a boosted board, and I used to see people in Manhattan all over riding Onewheels.
Yeah.
And even like people will carry a Ronin and get that smooth, buttery footage down the Brooklyn Bridge, etc.
If you have a Onewheel, do you need to have a Ronin 4D? Do you need a Ronin 4D if you have a Onewheel? I don't think you do.
That's a good question. I know
don't think you do.
Billy has a Billy carries his Ronin on his Onewheel.
He does. He does. I think the Ronin 4D is probably the most interesting thing, the most interesting product that DJI has released this month that I would never buy. And I would never buy it primarily because of the lens selection. I feel like the lens selection is so limited that I couldn't justify buying it because of the lens selection. I could be wrong, but they have DJI DL lenses. They have Sony lenses, and they have one more, like it's a Leica M mount lens. I feel like they need more options. Like, give me some L mount options here.
And I'm surprised they let you mount the those anamorphic lenses, the full frame.
They let you mount those?
Yeah.
How?
Ciru?
Yeah, how are they mounting the Ciru lenses?
It's on the list. I'm sure we'll start to see videos on that.
Really?
It's on their list, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Those are heavy lenses, man. The Ciru lens is heavy. I mean, I saw the videos with it, and the videos looked amazing. The color looks good. I mean, there's not a lot to complain about, but it's one of those cameras that you wouldn't use it to do a talking headshot, like, right? You know, it's not a cinema camera that's meant to stay in one spot. It's meant to be moved around. So you'd have to have a very specific, like somebody who films cars, somebody who films sports or athletes. I think that is where that camera shines, is for athletes, sports, cars, fast moving, something that always requires movement. Ken likes to mount things. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. I do. I like to mount all the things. Mount all the things. Fucking Ron. Oh, that made me laugh. Today's been, it's a crazy day though. Crazy day. So we got Mavic 3 launches next Friday. We're going to see a plethora of videos. I'm excited for it. It's going to be an expensive day. I will not get my hands on that drone until about a week and a half after the fact. Because I'll be in Hawaii at that point.
Right.
And I'm going to ship. So my goal is I'm going to ship it to 808 State's house.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm going to ship it there. I'll figure out how to get
you. 808, when that box arrives, I need you to open it, do a product review, fly it, and then pack it all up and give it to him.
Let me tell you, when that box arrives at his house, I know for a fact he's going to be sitting on his hands, like, because he's going to know what's in that box. Like, he's going to know what's in there. He's going to have a hard time not unboxing it. And like, I know for a fact he's going to be sitting on his hands like, I want to open it, but I know I can't. But no, I just thought to myself, like, easiest thing to do is just ship it over to his house, because then I know it's there, right? It's one less thing I have to transport. So, I think that's,
and it looks sexy from the photo leaks.
It does look sexy.
It looks like a stealth drone. The colors that they chose,
the batteries look cool as shit too.
Yeah,
so the batteries look really good. I mean,
it's a weird strap for it though. Did you see those photo leaks?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, there's a strap that looks so weird.
Really?
Yeah.
What's weird about it?
It looks like those straps that you put on when you're about to play sports, if you know what I mean.
A jock strap?
Yeah.
You can say jock strap here, Eddie.
I don't want to mess up the Dobo BREW stream.
You can say jock strap, Eddie. Say it with me.
Jock strap.
Yeah. Say it one more time, Eddie.
Jock strap.
One more time.
Jock strap.
Okay, thank you. Right there. Thank you.
Yeah, but they have that, which is crazy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to like hold the propellers and maybe the camera in place.
I think it's supposed to hold
People are saying,
the drone's balls because this
"Oh,
drone is going to pack so much balls. It's going to be it's going to have so many balls. It's going to be absolutely amazing. There isn't going to be anything bigger or better on the market going forward. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and trust me, I know amazing. It's going to be fucking good. It's going to
yeah,
be good.
yeah." People are saying it's the new gimbal guard.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I'm stoked. I mean,
And
I just can't imagine the ability like to have the codecs that you're gonna have and just it's gonna be fucking amazing.
yeah. We saw some leaks on the smart controller as well. Did you get to see that? It looks to me it looks identical, except
Yeah.
that now you have the full size HDMI at the bottom, and then of course you have the USB-C at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean they made some minor changes. It's like a smart controller S version. They made enough of changes, but it's still familiar. But
Hmm.
the star of the show is going to be that Mavic 3. Now, whether or not people go with the Mavic 3 Cine or go with the Mavic 3, it's going to depend on their budget. Either or way, there are going to be people. I mean, when that thing goes up for order, people are going to just be like almost having a seizure trying to order it, trying to figure out, they're just going to be buying shit. And the next morning, their wife's going to be like, what's this $3,000 charge? And they're just, I'd run out of I'd be like running like Forrest Gump.
Now,
I'd avoid my wife for the rest of the week.
Ken, do you think that if you don't pre-order or order on day one, you're gonna have trouble getting this
You're,
weeks
you're,
down the line?
you're, you're, you're going to have a long time. You're going to have a good wait. I think with the Mavic 3, I think supply is going to be limited. And I only say that because that seems to be a common trend amongst all companies. When they launch something, you have a bit of a pre-order. 2021 is the year of the pre-order, right?
Yeah.
If you don't pre-order, you're not going to get your drone. You're just not going to get your drone. You're not going to get your product. And that doesn't even matter. That is not even just for drones. That's for everything. Just because all these shortages and all these boats sitting off the coast have the products there. It has the products there. It's just they need to be unloaded. And that takes time and that takes people. So
It's true. I mean,
I think that's the problem.
look at the Onewheel. It was announced today. Well, for the GR, or the GT, I forget what they're calling it.
Yeah,
Announced today. Won't be ready until January.
Now the X is ready.
The X is ready, right? Ready to go.
Yeah, the X is ready because my X will be here in 6 days.
My buddy ordered one today. He did it over the phone because I guess he can't do it on the phone. I mean, over the phone, not online. Old school.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
my dude weird, man. He's different. He's wired differently
yeah.
than everybody else, though.
But the guy on the phone, I was laughing too when I heard that. Who calls in an order right
It's
nowadays?
like it's like ordering something on QVC.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool. He ordered
Anyway,
a Onewheel.
the guy told him
Oh
that
shit.
he was number 1,100, I think 30 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, on the list
For the X?
for the G. What is it? The GT?
GT.
Yeah, the GT. Yeah,
I
that's a lot of pre-orders.
for $4.99, trucker Beto Bailey says, I have a ticket to spin up and cannot go.
Oh wow.
Work comes first. Does anybody want a ticket to spin up? Does anybody want a ticket to spin up? Gem Fan Hobby in the chat. So if you need a ticket, hit up Trucker Beater Belly on Instagram at the same name. Gem Fan Hobby says he's here for the memes. Here for the memes. We got the memes today. We got all the memes. Got all the things. We got all the things. So if you need a ticket to spin up, as a reminder, spin up is Saturday, November 6th. That is next week. I will be there bright and early. I'm getting in early at Friday. I think I get in at 10 a.m. on Friday. So I'll be kicking around the Austin area looking for something to fly. It's gonna be pretty damn good. It's gonna be pretty damn good. I think it's gonna be a huge year. Kelly's got some great speakers lined up. I will be there. I'm not speaking. And I may come out of retirement, Eddie. I may come out of retirement because when you go to Austin, they have this beer called Shinerbach.
Oh shit.
I may have to come out of retirement, dude. Frank the Tank, you know, just like full send, no pants, running down the
Hey,
freeway.
you haven't been drinking lately. Look, I actually changed my beverage of choice today.
Oh, you're drinking
Seltzer.
Schweppes. Oh shit,
Yeah,
mixing
because
it up.
Ken is not drinking.
I'm
But
gonna drink. I'm gonna come out of retirement, dude.
listen,
Listen, I'm gonna come out of retirement, brother.
in the case you were gonna drink today, I had something lined up.
What'd you have for me? What do you have for me? What is that? Black label?
No,
Blue label?
baby. We celebrating DJI. We got to come out with the best.
Oh
Look
shit!
at that.
You got the blue. Is that bourbon or scotch?
The scotch.
Oh my
Unopened.
goodness,
Just
unopened, blue
unopened.
label. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I bet that smells delicious.
It does.
Jesus.
But you're not drinking, so let me put it away.
All right, well, save it. You know, save it. But I may come out of retirement though. I may have to. Just one time. You know, one time, right? Just really like I got a designated driver the entire time I'm at Spin
Listen,
Up.
It was
I got Lon. Lon's gonna be
Oh,
with me.
okay.
He's my
Oh,
roomie.
I don't know what happened in that wedding, but that wedding changed you. The wedding
What's
up
that?
here on Long Island. The wedding
Dude,
in Long Island.
the wedding on Long Island really just screwed me up, man. I mean, dude, I've never been so drunk, but not like throwing up. Like I was so drunk I had chills. Like I think I was expelling alcohol out of my skin. I mean, I literally I think I robbed plates from the venue. I want to return those plates. I don't know where they are, but I would like to return them. Yeah, that was a mess. I feel really bad about that whole situation.
When I get drunk at weddings, I try to steal as many cannolis as possible.
Cannolis, you like cannolis?
Yeah, I love them.
Can you say it one more? What is that, Eddie? It's
Cannolis.
one more time.
Cannoli.
One more time.
Cannoli. You're a mess today.
I don't know. It just sounds weird when you say cannoli.
Cannoli.
Yeah, I know.
Cannoli.
I want somebody to take that soundbite of Eddie just saying that. I want to make that into like Eddie's. Eddie, do you speak Spanish?
Of course, claro que sí. I think GemFam is
Where's GemFan? Out of Spain, maybe, right?
I think so, yeah.
Is GemFan, you're out of Spain, yeah?
I believe they are.
I hired Eddie because he can handle all the bilingual actions. I deal with everybody overseas, like, you know, in Asia for cooperation. I handle all that. I work really well with that side of the world.
Ken needed some diversity for his
Exactly.
business. and
Exactly.
I checked the box on that.
No, he's from Colombia.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Spanish. Yeah. I want to go to Colombia. I've never been. That's
No?
a place I want to go to.
You want to go to Colombia?
Yeah. We got to do a spin up over there.
In Colombia?
Yeah.
I know Colombia is famous for two things. Mangoes and cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
And the mangoes we're talking about don't grow on trees.
No.
I'm surprised I haven't been canceled yet. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised. I'm so surprised. Like, you know, this whole cancel culture, like, you're so rude, Mr. Dobo. Yeah, I must have gotten my comment section like 3 times this week. This guy messaged me. He goes, you know, what did he say to me? I got to read this comment. It is so stupid. So stupid. I read it because it's the dumbest thing. I posted on Instagram. I like to throw people out there on Instagram. Guy says to me, he goes, the cursing is too much. Really did a great job, but the cursing takes away from the nice job you did. You know, like I told him, I said, my father was a sailor. My mother was a renegade bondswoman for the cartel. And old habits die hard. Okay. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. If I could control it, I wouldn't do it. If I could control it, I wouldn't do it. I don't know.
You gotta love those comments.
You just ban them. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. There isn't like, if you think about it, all the drone channels, everybody tries to float in the middle. Like everybody's afraid to say something because they're stepping around brands. I feel like that's the biggest problem in this genre is people are afraid to say something sucks because it sucks. They're afraid to just tell something, you know, like it is because they're afraid that that person or company or brand will never work with them again.
Right.
That's a problem. That's just a problem. Like you can't be afraid of people not wanting to work with you again. You just who cares? I mean, just that happens. Sometimes that works out like that.
Yeah.
What did Jeff how you say? Exactly. Exactly. Pyro says Colombian women will cut you.
I
Is that
believe
true?
that.
Is that true, Eddie?
Hell yeah.
That may be true. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was looking for a female co-host, and as I was running through the short list of female drone pilots, it was a super short list. Sally from Drone Girl came to mind, but then I thought to myself, I'd rather drown myself than do a stream with her. No, literally, I would drown myself. She can't even orientate her antennas properly. I would jump off the nearest ledge if I had to do a show with her.
I have to check her out. I've never watched.
You've never heard of her.
No.
You've never heard of her. Oh my
No.
gosh. Just I feel like you
Milan
not know.
says Eddie is close.
I mean, yeah, it's right there. Like right there, she'll probably sue me. I probably get sued twice a week. Terrible. But no, this Eddie, this was a good show tonight. We're at 40 minutes in. I think what we'll do is we'll switch over our views here. We will do our chat overlay. We'll take some questions from the audience. Let's see what we got. Edward.
I'm curious what the chat thinks about the new branding. Looks good.
Yeah, I think the new branding's good. I think the new stream doing it this way is good. Bob White asks, how about Zoe, Ken? Yeah, Zoe would be good. I think Zoe and I we'd get along really well. Sefner Pollock Drone Park. Oh, there is a drone park up there. I forgot. Pyro says, looks good. It does look good. I like it, man. I think it looks exceptional, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm biased. Yeah. I'm thinking this is the new look, dude. This is the new.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's a lot easier to use Restream than it is StreamYards. Ray Kelly said, do you like the Action 2 better than the GoPro? I do not. No, I like the GoPro better than the Action. I think the Action is neat, but I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better. I think it just looks different. Eat at Salt Lick Bar. Yeah, I did Salt Lick the 1 year. We also did Terry Black's barbecue. Terry Black's was good. I'm trying to get into cinematic FPV. I've gotten really good. Shendrones, currently debating. If you're going to do cinematic FPV, get a Slam Shendrone Squirt. I think the Slam Shendrone Squirt is really excellent. I've still, like, the one I built is still, to me, is like just absolutely top notch. How do you keep so youthful?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I say, I don't know. How would you keep so youthful, Eddie?
By sitting when I pee.
Sit when you pee. Yes, we sit when we pee.
Yeah.
So glad this show is an hour and right to the point. I get upset with Joshua Bardwell because he goes on for like 2 hours. Like, damn, man. Yeah, I have shit to do. I don't have an editor. And I don't have like a staff. It's just me running this shit. And I'm learning that time is of a premium. And if I go too late on Wednesdays, like, I realize there's a couple of things that happen. One, I get tired. Two, if I wait too long, I can't have the sex. So then I just sit online and I start editing and working. So it's like edit, work, the sex. I'll take the sex. So
you paid for it.
I paid for it.
Both of us.
both of us. We paid for it. So we're in for the long haul. We're in for the 9 months. So she's gonna kill me. Swearing keeps you young. Yes. I don't know. Do you like the GoPro 10? I think the GoPro 10 is growing on me. I still think it's big. Do I think it's a massive upgrade over the 9? I don't think it's a massive upgrade, but I don't think it has to be a massive upgrade. I think it does enough right to be a solid choice. If you don't have a GoPro, buy the GoPro 10. I don't think you can go wrong with it. I mean, it's still priced really well. If you do the GoPro Care Refresh, we're getting it for like, I think $399 or $349. So what was the genesis of the original Dobo logo? The genesis of it was a dodo bird that doesn't fly, and we made it into the Dobo logo because it's just sort of an ironic thing that dodos don't fly, but Dobos do. So that was the genesis behind it, and it's just a mean looking bird. I like it. Keep getting them pregnant. That's my brother-in-law. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew. Yes. Well, that's what happens. And how it happens is when a mommy loves a daddy very much, no, I can't do that here. We'll get demonetized. And then I can't pay all the bills. So let's see. Eddie, are you in the chat too, Eddie? Are you chatting, Eddie, as we're talking?
Yeah, got to multitask.
It's my brother Drew is here. He started a YouTube channel. This guy right here, HVAC.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he started a YouTube channel. I gave him this little GoPro, and he every time he repairs an AC, it's got strapped to his chest, so he walks through there. I don't know. It's sort of therapeutic. I don't understand AC, but I'll watch it because like I can't fix things, but he can. So there you go. Go show Drew some love.
I'll check him out.
He's been making. It's just funny to like. I like watching his stuff. Maybe I'll give him my old Action so that way he has a better upgrade to the camera he's got now next. Let's see. Take me with you. What's going on, Capture and D? I'm driving you to get fixed. Lon has started a GoFundMe for me to get a vasectomy. Lon, I saw that. Thank you. I would probably just buy more Shiba coin if I had to get a vasectomy.
I heard those are not as painful as you may think.
Is it though?
That's what I've gotten feedback. I've been asking as well.
I don't know. I mean, it could be painful. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it. Did they have something that says that it's painful or not, Eddie?
I've gotten some real world feedback from like friends.
You got some real world feedback?
Yeah. And they say that it's it definitely outweighs any kind of pain.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying because you're saying because of the end result of what has to happen after the fact.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I mean, I guess I could see that.
It's like shooting. It's like just changing your camera to JPEG or just shooting raw.
shooting raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I've never heard anybody quite put it that way. I mean, this stream just took a fucking left turn. I mean, that just took a left turn like to no end type of thing.
Thanks to Lon.
God bless it. I just posted Drew's. That's my brother. Like it's my brother-in-law, but I've known him for, I've been married for, this year is going to be 20 years. I've been married 20 years, but I've been 22 years with the same girl. And that happened. That's May, 22 years. So that's long freaking time.
Yeah. Congrats.
So yeah, I'm not going. I'm in it to win it. We're in it for the long haul. So, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream tonight. We are at 9:47, and I appreciate everybody. If you haven't already, go check out that Pixel video we did yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool. Just a random video. I'm thinking about doing more phones. I'm curious to see what phones. I'm really, really curious to see what phones can do as far as stabilization goes. It's just interesting. It's interesting. And Apple just pushed out an update today. They pushed out an update so where you can shoot ProRes.
Yes.
So I'm sort of curious now, like what does ProRes look like on an iPhone? So I may have to do that.
Better than the Mavic.
May look better than the Mavic. We'll never know. We'll never know. We'll have to find out. We'll strap it. Ron, yes, we like strap-ons, Ron. We like strapping everything to all the things.
And cannolis.
Eddie, do you have have anything else for me tonight, Eddie?
Cannoli.
Really? That's what you brought to the table?
Yeah. Next stream, I'm gonna have a beer and a cannoli.
You're gonna have a beer and a cannoli next stream.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yep.
Cannoli.
All
right. Well, we got a new outro, Ed.
All right, let's play it.
Right, we got a new song, we got a new outro. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Did you ever wonder what it feels like to fly, Ed?
No.
We're gonna fly. We're gonna find out what it's like to fly in 3, 2, 1.
I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion, reality.
You're doing this again? I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for it. Cannoli. Last time you really
Damn it, man.
know that. Last time
you know
I'm
what,
sitting
dude?
at the
I feel
chat,
like
last time you got me, but you can't do it back to back. You gotta like let one skip.
No, I can't let it skip, Ed.
No, you gotta let one skip.
I feel like this is the part when we're like in Saturday Night Live where we're hugging everybody. Ed, give me a hug, Ed. Just give me a hug. Come on. And then we'll just like mouth things that we're not actually saying, because that's how you end shows, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna really hit the outro this time. We'll let it run, and then we'll see everybody next week.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Stay original.
I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion, reality. I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Yeah. Baby, all my exes just drinking themselves crazy tonight. Baby, I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of mine, you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion, reality. I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for.
You fucking kidding me, Eddie? What the fuck, man?